Man, I don't know. I'm just trying to think if I ever seen someone blow up so fast. I talked about this before, how some of these artists, man, they literally come out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, you know? Now, I ain't saying that some of them don't have no talent, but I'm just saying when you talk about talent and the level they're at, but again, if they're talking about stuff that the youth loves, they're gonna push that out. We're on the Truth Is channel. We got Ice Spice officially took the Hollywood oath. If y'all don't know what that means, I'm pretty sure he's gonna break it down for you. So appreciate y'all coming over. I'll leave the link to his channel in the description. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
For the last few years, Ice Spice has been leading the pack of the new female artists in hip-hop, breaking into mainstream success with her summer hit smash Munch back in 2022. Ice Spice has gone on to continue to drop nothing but hits targeted at her Gen Z and Gen Alpha fan base. Due to the hype around her, she has been able to gather support from some of the biggest female rappers in the industry. In her first official breakout year, she got features from Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift, and even got a shout out from Drake. This has allowed her to grow a massive fan base seemingly overnight. But how exactly did Ice Spice become such a big artist so fast? How did her song Munch get so big in the first place? And why does it seem like the industry is prepping Ice Spice to be the next face of female rap? Is she just that talented and lucky? Or is there more to her story? Was her rise to fame as organic as they say? Or was she chosen by the industry gatekeepers and took the oath? Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome to the Truth Is channel, where I post videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about Ice Spice taking the oath. But before we begin, I just wanted to ask you guys to subscribe to my second channel, Truth Network. We have new content dropping from the Truth Is team that you won't want to miss. So make sure you head over to Truth Network now and subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Thank you all. Now let's get right into it. In 2022, Ice Spice was a new emerging female drill rapper from the Bronx. She released her song Munch on August 10, 2022, and not long after, her song became a TikTok favorite. Millions of TikTok videos went up using Ice Spice's song Munch, spreading the song like wildfire. In a few short months, Ice Spice became a household name loved by all teen girls. Ice Spice's success is a true story of an overnight rise to fame. She constructed a hit song and dropped it, and it organically blew up on TikTok. She then capitalized off the hype and dropped a string of hit songs that made her a mainstream superstar. Well, at least that's the story that is told about her rise. But is this really how Ice Spice became a star? No. Or is this the story they want us to believe? Those behind Ice want us to believe that she was just able to drop a song that went viral on TikTok organically. The thing is, there is no way to blow a song up organically on TikTok. If you're an artist trying to make it, chances are you post videos of your songs on TikTok all the time to promote them. Ask yourself how many of your best songs have gone super viral, spreading all over TikTok, and then get you a record deal. If this happened to you, let me know in the comments. But realistically, that just doesn't happen. The way songs go viral on TikTok is not at all by chance, but by construction. On TikTok, record labels pay big money so that a song can spread on the platform. There are literal companies like Sound Campaign, a digital marketing company that labels use to promote their artists' songs on TikTok. These companies have big influencers working for the company, and when a record label wants to promote a song, they pay these companies to use their partnered influencers to promote the song. The company then pays the influencers to come up with dances and trends to use with the song, and in some cases, the record labels
So like when I be talking about my videos getting blocked and all that, there's a machine behind it. If they want your video to stay up, they'll let it. If they don't, they won't. It's really that simple. All right. I be trying not to talk about it because it's certain ways you have to say things on this platform, but trust and believe.
Even provide the dance or trend, only using the influencers to promote it. The influencers then act like they organically found the song and like it, getting their fans to listen to the song as well. TikTok is also in bed with record labels, and they push mainstream songs so that they can have the rights to be able to use them. There is no song that's going to blow up organically on TikTok. It's going to take lots of marketing dollars and the record label system. Now, for those that are going to say Ice Spice dropped her song Munch before she signed to a record deal, that is also a lie. If you saw my original video on Ice Spice, then you would know she was discovered straight out of college. Ice was attending college alongside Riot USA, a producer who was the son of a prominent New York DJ Enough. DJ Enough worked for Hot 97, one of New York City's most legendary hip-hop radio stations. DJ Enough played an important role in promoting legendary rappers like the Notorious B.I.G. and 50 Cent, and he is a very connected man in the music industry. Riot USA, DJ Enough's son, met Ice Spice in 2021 and decided she had to look to make it as a star. By 2022, she was just that, an overnight star. On Wikipedia, it claims that Ice Spice signed their major record deal with 10K Projects back in September of 2022, just 1 month after the success of Munch. The thing is, I know the record label was behind pushing Munch, as it's the reason the song got so big. Without the label support, the song would have not made it nowhere. I am pretty sure Ice Spice got signed right after she was chosen by Riot USA. For the last few years, record labels have been signing artists early on in their career without alerting the public. They have the artists continue to act like they're an independent artist, while the label is building up the artist from behind the scenes. They do this because it gives the audience the illusion that the artist is independent and growing organically, which keeps people from thinking that the artist is just an industry plant with a career that's fabricated by the labels. In 2022, when she dropped Munch, she was already getting posted by the hip-hop media blogs. On August 12th, just 2 days after Ice Spice officially dropped Munch, she was already receiving praise in this Fader article. There is no way a song from an unknown artist will be picked to get a Fader shoutout this quickly. This is an obvious sign that she was already signed to 10K Projects before a song was even out, and 10K Projects was pushing it to the blogs. Another sign was the fact that she got the Drake co-sign extremely early on in her career. Ice Spice met up with Drake back in October 2022, and people saw this as Drake giving her a major shout out because he messed with her music. What people don't realize is that this was all a part of the marketing plan for Ice Spice. The only reason Drake gave Ice Spice the co-sign was because she was signed to 10K Projects. 10K Projects is owned by Elliot Grange, who is the son of Lucien Grange. Lucien Grange is the head of Universal Music Group. UMG is one of the only 3 major record labels that own all the other indie labels. While it might appear that there's so many record labels in the music industry, they are all mostly owned by one of the 3 major labels: Sony, Warner Music, and UMG. UMG is considered the biggest out of the 3 due to its huge catalog of major selling artists. Drake is signed under UMG and takes orders directly from Lucien Grange. Drake only gave Ice Spice a co-sign because he was instructed to by his boss. Ice Spice was essentially signed to the son of Drake's boss, so it's obvious why Drake promoted their artists. It's all fabricated clout, not real at all. It's the same with the other big collaborations as well. Ice got her feature with Nicki Minaj because she's under Republic Records, which is owned by UMG. Also, Taylor Swift is signed directly to UMG, so it again explains the cosign. Meaning all the big so-called cosigns she got were from artists that were signed to the labels owned by Lucien Grange. Ice Spice is not an overnight star as they want us to believe. Instead, she is an industry plant chosen by the gatekeepers. In Ice Spice's Bikini Bottom song, she confirms this herself when she literally opened the song by singing, "How can I lose if I am already chose?" Ice Spice was chosen to be an industry plant put in position to win by the elite, but it
How can I lose if I'm already chose? That probably flew out of some, went right over people's head. A lot of times, let me just say that, they think we're so dumb that they can just say anything and we ain't gonna catch on to it, or because the truth is put right in your face that you're not gonna believe it. Think about that. How can I lose? Like, she's basically saying she can't fail because they chose her to succeed as far as, I mean, when you honestly listen to the lyrics of her music, and a lot of these artists' music, male, female, don't matter. What are they really talking about? And a lot of times your kids are listening to this, bumping it.
all came at a sinister price, her soul. Ice Spice, like the rest of the industry puppets, was eventually made to take the oath in order to make it to the next level, something the industry was grooming her to do since day one. One thing I found very interesting while researching Ice Spice was her real birth name, which is Isis. Isis, for those who don't know, was an Egyptian goddess worshipped by the ancient Egyptians. The Egyptian goddess Isis was known as the goddess of magic and wisdom. She was also known for her magical power.
And also, because I seen her wearing, remember when all the news came out about Balenciaga? Like that ad they had with the kids and all that. And look how many people are still wearing Balenciaga. I mean, wearing it proudly too. Proudly.
Which enabled her to revive Osiris and to protect and heal Horus. The goddess Isis and the goddess Osiris were siblings, but they had a child together named Horus. This is extremely important, and those who pay attention to what I say in my videos, you would often hear me talk about the Age of Horus. The Age of Horus is what all occultists have been waiting for. Isis is directly tied to Horus and the Age of Horus. Knowing this, I don't think Ice Spice was chosen because of talent or any other reason but her name. I tried looking into her parents to see if they themselves were into the occult, but I didn't find anything out of the ordinary. Her mother worked at a Bronx dealership and had split with her father when she was only 2 years old. While we don't know what people do in their private lives, it doesn't seem like her parents named their Isis due to the occult, but we most likely would never know the truth. I do think it's interesting that a woman named after an Egyptian goddess that's directly tied to the Age of Horus was chosen to be an industry plant. Ever since Ice Spice was chose, like she called it, she has been slowly going through the industry transformation, and a few days ago at the Super Bowl, we saw her fully embrace what she has become. The moment Ice Spice was signed to 10K Projects, a record label that is operated by Elliot Grange, she sold her soul. Lucien Grange is the most powerful man in hip-hop. His son has access to his power. Elliot was responsible for artists like Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine's career, and he recently signed the Bronx drill rapper D-Thang in a joint label deal with French Montana. So when you guys start seeing D-Thang everywhere, don't be fooled. It's the labels generating attention and pushing his music. UMG is controlled by the Masonic elite, and I am confident Lucien Grange is a Freemason. Lucien Grange was even knighted by the Masonic Queen Elizabeth. Elliot Grange is just like his father. We know all artists signed to any major labels are being used to push the Masonic agenda. If we pay attention to Ice Spice in the last year, you can spot the transformation happening in real time. In 2023, we saw Ice Spice's true rises through the degrees. Back in May 2023, Ice Spice was invited to attend last year's star-studded Met Gala. The Met Gala is an exclusive, luxurious event that is by invite only. Only the biggest Masonic puppets get invited to the Met Gala, and somehow, the newcomer Ice Spice was invited directly by the event's leader, Anna Wintour. Ice Spice was seen at the Met Gala event showing the one-eye symbolism as she used a camera to cover one of her eyes. When this happened, I called it out all the way back then as I knew exactly what it meant. I had just made my original video on Ice Spice like a month or two before the Met Gala, and I was saying in the original video that I knew she was going to be showing Masonic imagery soon. That's exactly what she showed us, showing up to the Met Gala doing the one-eye pose. Her outfit is also very important.
Clever.
She wore a white dress, which has a very important symbolic meaning. In Masonic initiation rituals, they use the color white as it represents purity and innocence. Once a Mason joins and becomes an entered apprentice, they are given a white apron, which symbolizes their innocence and purity. Entered apprentice is considered the first degree in Masonry. After entered apprentice is fellow craft and then master Mason. This is important. Ice Spice's initiation is happening right in front of our faces. The Met Gala was Ice Spice entering the entered apprentice degree. This is the reason Ice Spice was made to wear this white dress and do the one-eye symbolism to this Masonic event. She was showing the world she took the oath and was being initiated, something that she confirmed during this year's Super Bowl, but we're not quite there yet. Her next Masonic ceremony was for a music video with Taylor Swift, who we know is her Masonic handler or sponsor. Ice Spice dropped a music video with Taylor Swift that was jam-packed with Masonic imagery from beginning to end. I broke this whole video down in this video, but let me just give you a quick reminder. Taylor starts the video with the soul scale and then shows herself leading souls to a burning end. One of the most important parts of this video went over my head when I first covered the video. In one scene of the video, they show Ice Spice sitting on an oyster with pearls floating all around her. This very scene is very symbolic and proves they chose Ice Spice because she was named after the goddess Isis. If you look up the goddess Isis, you will quickly find out that the Egyptians associated pearls with her. It is no coincidence that they're showing Ice Spice, whose real name is Isis, sitting on an oyster with pearls floating around her. This directly proves those in the industry are using her as a reference to the goddess Isis. Ice Spice is also shown in the music video holding Saturn while
I was just trying to think back, like who has Taylor Swift collabed with? That's what I was trying to think. Because when she collabed with, because I know Taylor Swift is really big on like women empowerment. I know that. So that's what I was thinking, you know. But Ice Spice is like really popular. So it's like, let's collab together. But I've never seen, I don't really watch a lot of stuff on Taylor Swift. So I never seen that video where she, you know, when it goes into like hell or whatever. But that was pretty damn crazy. Again, if you are thinking the way I think, you already know what's going on. But if you don't, if you're really not into this type of stuff, it's gonna seem a bit crazy to you. But hey, I had no clue because I hadn't even seen this video before. I know that they made it, but I never watched it.
Taylor holds the moon. The goddess Isis is actually considered the goddess of the moon, and Osiris, her husband, was considered the god of Saturn. Together they created Horus, and this is exactly what they're showing us. This video was supposed to represent Ice Spice's second-degree ritual. She was now a fellow craftsman, and her third-degree initiation just happened at the Super Bowl. A couple days back, Ice Spice was all over headlines for what she did at the Super Bowl. While she was at the Super Bowl hanging out with no other than Taylor Swift, she was seen wearing an inverted cross pendant. At one point of the Super Bowl, she was shown on the Jumbotron, and she took the moment to show that she had taken the oath. They showed Ice Spice throwing the Masonic devil horn hand gesture, and then she flashed her inverted cross chain to the camera. She was showing the world she is no longer the innocent girl that went through the first degree. In the Super Bowl video I did, I spoke about Usher and Alicia Keys being used to represent the start of the new world in the age of Horus. Alicia Keys was dressing in all red to represent the Scarlet Woman, which embodies the age of Horus. Ice Spice, whose real name is Isis, was also in attendance and is directly connected to the age of Horus. All of this was symbolic in the world of the occult, but went over so many people's heads. What's truly revealing is how companies like TMZ try to defend Ice Spice throwing up the devil horns and wearing an inverted cross chain. They defended Ice Spice by saying the inverted cross does not represent Satanism, instead it's a symbol of the Catholic Church. They stated that the symbol represents Saint Peter, who asked to be crucified upside down to show respect to Jesus. This is actually a myth, as no biblical text proves this whatsoever. It was just propaganda made by the Catholic Church. Either way, the symbol has been adopted by the occult for a long time now and has nothing to do with Peter. In the occult, it's a symbol of the Antichrist and is also seen as an anti-Christian symbol. People would be stupid to believe Playboy Cardi would be wearing inverted crosses to honor St. Peter. Just wake up, people. All these Hollywood puppets wear the symbol to show they oppose Christ and his beliefs. They are followers of the beast Baphomet and Crowley's religion of Thelema. TMZ also claimed that the symbol that appeared like the devil horn hand symbol was called the quiet coyote, and they claim that it's a harmless hand symbol done by teachers to tell kids to be quiet. TMZ must think that we're all idiots, and sadly, most people prove them to be right. They want people to believe that Ice Spice was throwing up the quiet coyote hand gesture and then holding up her inverted cross to honor St. Peter. This tells you in the most obvious ways that TMZ was just covering up for the Masonic puppets, because TMZ is a Masonic-owned media company. Ice Spice has taken the oath, and next, we will see her go through her Masonic rebirth. While the world is blindly worshipping these artists, they fail to realize what purpose these artists truly serve. Ice Spice's music is created to misguide the urban city youth. It's music that pushes this Scarlet Woman mentality that the Masons need the world to adopt in order for their new world order to work. They are using these artists to influence the masses to adopt their occult beliefs without them even noticing. This is what Ice Spice promotes to her fans. She teaches them to embody the Scarlet Woman spirit. We must wake our people up from the trance they're in. If we wake them up, the manipulation will no longer have an effect on them. They are afraid of us waking up the masses because they know waking people up is how we bring this all to an end. You can help me wake people up as well, whether it be by telling people about what you learn from my content, or even just sharing the video with a loved one or a friend. People's eternal souls is at stake. Let's help them get to God. Well, that's it for this video. But before you guys go, I just wanted to ask you guys to like and comment below so that the algorithm will recommend this video to others. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Again, for those of you who know and understand, this was pretty wild, right? Just for me, just the Balenciaga alone. Like, knowing that they had that ad and what it was all connected to. And you know, you can't wear it and be like, oh, I didn't know this was happening. This is pretty wild. I know a lot of people probably ain't gonna be into this video, but I'm trying to tell you, man, it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes and right in front of our face. But I think people get so nervous and scared of the truth that they don't want to believe it, or they just kind of just brush it off. But this stuff is very, very, very important, especially if you're a parent, knowing what your kids are listening to, man. A lot of times they're saying these lyrics and they're rapping them. They don't even really know what they're saying. They just saying it because they think it's cool, it's trendy. But boy, I did not know that. I didn't even really see that. I saw her in the suite with Taylor Swift, but I didn't notice the cross. Comment below. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching, man. Peace out.